Hello again. This is Research Assistant Kelson here. Today I've been tasked with the presentation on the documentation of SCP-5140. Originally, this task was given to Dr. but unfortunately due to universe warping events, he is unavailable right now, so this task was given to me. Without further ado, here's the presentation. Item number SCP-5140. Containment Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Due to the exorbitant cost and difficulty in safely extracting SCP-5140 instances from Mount Everest, MTF Delta-14, otherwise known as Winter Wonderland, will periodically ascend Everest to bury any SCP-5140 instances in the snow. Campaigns are underway to tighten restrictions for climbing permits for Mount Everest on both the Nepalese and Tibetan sides. Description: SCP-5140 refers to a number of frozen corpses scattered across Mount Everest, located in the Himalayas of Tibet. The number of SCP-5140 instances is unclear, but accepted to be over 100 and below 200 at the time of writing. SCP-5140 instances are ectoentropic, which means when physically exposed to heat of any form, including body heat, they will absorb it without raising their temperature, which rests at approximately 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. This process usually renders physical contact with SCP-5140 instances fatal. If an individual dies as a result of contact with SCP-5140 instances, their corpse will become another SCP-5140 instance. Attached to this document is a mission record from MTF Delta-14 on November 12, 2015, to Base Camp. The messages between each other read as follows. Status update. Approaching the summit now. Encountered 34 bodies across the Chinese route. Buried them all. Provisions are steady, and we're likely to reach the summit tomorrow. Acknowledged. Continue ascent. Encountering minor anomaly on instances. Exceptionally low temperatures result in muscle contraction post-mortem. The bodies are curled up and frozen, and so are hard to pry open before burial. Might have to bury them like that. Acknowledged. Permission granted. Bury as convenient. Approaching summit now. Abnormally high number of instances. We've encountered 19 since yesterday, and it seems as if old instances are getting unburied. It is likely that strong winds are blowing off the snow. Bury deeper if possible. We've approached a hilly step this morning. We'll ascend to summit in an hour or two. 14 more bodies since last contact. Team is getting unnerved. Understandable. You're almost there now. Discovered lone body on summit. Attempted to bury it. The shovel hit something and is now stuck. Can't pull it out. Once I turned around, the body was gone. Fell off the summit, maybe? We don't know, but the team is definitely rattled. Please advise. Acknowledged. Sending out survey teams now. Attempting to see if something was seen falling from the summit. Use your spare shovel if more bodies are encountered. Orders are to descend from Chinese route using the already cleared path. Godspeed. Descended the step. Patrick touched one. Me and Arnold buried him. Acknowledged. We have an emergency. Attempted to descend the Chinese route. Discovered camp remains torn apart. 3 instances curled up in the tent. Instances seem to be moving? Hurried descent. Acknowledged. Get down safely. We'll move forward from there. Personnel ready to receive you at Camp 5. Stay safe. Mass of them blocking the path. One reached out from the ground and grabbed Arnold. He's one of them. I ran back up, and now I can't go down and I can't go back up. Arnold was carrying provisions. Only have 1 can of oxygen left. Please help. Attempt to use flare gun to clear path. Stay at safe distance. Team is already en route to extract you. Stay calm. Minimize breathing. They're moving. Don't come to the summit. It's not safe. The ground isn't safe. Don't let climbers on Everest. The mountain is danger. Team is arriving in less than 2 hours. Hold steady. And that is unfortunately the end of the mission record. A rescue detachment of MTF Delta 14 arrived at Charlie Smith's GPS tracker an hour and 36 minutes later. They cited no unburied SCP-5140 instances on their approach. Smith's body was discovered, lacking the signs typical of an SCP-5140 instance. Autopsy indicates he died from exposure and suffocation due to inadequate oxygen intake. Further investigation indicated his oxygen intake valve was damaged during the ascent to the summit. Bodies of Arnold, Hillary, and Patrick Edmond were discovered higher up Everest. Hillary died from exposure, while Edmond was found to be an SCP-5140 instance. It is currently believed that Smith's inadequate oxygen led him to hallucinating SCP-5140 instances blocking their path and destroying their campsite. Hillary's foot was found to be wedged into a rockfall, likely the source of his immobility. This incident has been taken into account, and supply manifests for future expeditions have been adjusted accordingly. A file update was also received on April 25, 2024. It reads as follows. Event report. Location: Mount Everest, Nepal. Status: concluded. Time: 1:49 p.m. local time, April 25th, 2024. Disruption class: Kennick. Event summary. Increased global temperatures have resulted in the significant thawing of ice sheets and snow drifts on Everest. Such thawing caused a large avalanche at 11:49 local time, which moved a large amount of snow off the summit. Lower depth of snow allowed scanning planes to identify significant amount of SCP-5140 instances below the snow. Further excavation revealed SCP-5140 instances form a significant portion of Everest itself. Currently, it is estimated 45% of Mount Everest's mass is formed by corpses. The results of this document are definitely terrifying. And that's the end of the presentation, everyone. Stay safe.